welcome back to the garden. Today I'm getting started on getting the garden ready for winter and spring, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. There is a lot to do. We've already had our first frost a couple weeks ago. It came earlier than expected, so all of my frost tender plants are gone. Most of them I already took out, and then we've got a few frost hardy plants that are still out here, but I'm going to be getting everything else ready, starting with this gazebo. As you can see, pretty much everything in here is already dead. I like to wait until it dies because it's easier to remove it from the wire and the trellises than when it's alive. So I have to pull all this down, and then I'm gonna start getting these beds ready, and I'm gonna put some cover crop down. My Brussels sprouts are going to be ready to be harvested soon. So I'm going to start cutting off some of these leaves so then I can just harvest the stalk and have the Brussels sprouts that are on there. Brussels sprouts tend to taste better after the first frost, so don't be afraid to leave them out there if it starts to get chilly. So I will probably harvest this tomorrow. I don't really have the time today to deal with it, so I'm gonna leave this for one more night and grab it tomorrow. I just want to share with you guys the cover crop that I'm putting in the garden this year and tell you the importance of it. I have the crimson clover from High Mowing Organics, and I'm going to be putting this in all of my garden beds starting today over the next week. And some of the benefits of using a cover crop is that it helps prevent soil erosion, it suppresses weeds, and it adds nutrients back into your soil such as nitrogen, which is going to be great for the springtime when you're planting your spring and summer crops. So be sure to look up what is best for your zone. I'm in zone 5B, and this is what I will be using. So as you just saw, I loosened up all the soil, and now I'm just going to scatter the seeds and put a light layer of soil on it and give it a good watering. That's going to be all for today. I got quite a bit done in the short amount of time I was out here. It's been about a half hour. I got all this down. Tomorrow I need to get the ladder out to get the vines from up here. Got my cover crop planted in one of my beds, and I'm excited to see that come up and see how it looks. From the pictures that I saw, it looks absolutely beautiful, and I will see you guys tomorrow. It is now the next week. I was hoping to get out the next day, but we had a lot of rain. I have a cold and life got in the way, but that's okay. I'm gonna give you an update on the crimson clover that's been growing for about a week. We're gonna plant garlic and get another garden bed ready for winter, so let's go. Here is the crimson clover right now. It is all coming in very nicely. Here's what I have growing right now. We've got some dill, spinach, radishes, lettuce, carrots, broccoli, maybe that's a cauliflower, and then it's all just surrounded by all these marigolds that have been dead for a couple of weeks. So I've got to get those pulled out and get these weeds taken care of, and then this is the rest of the garden. You can see it's kind of a mess right now. There is a lot to do, but we're gonna get after it. I'm gonna start here with the marigolds and cosmos, and I'm actually gonna save some of the seeds. So here's how you do that. You just pull off the blossom, and then you pull it apart, and here are your seeds. So I'm gonna let these dry out inside and then store them in an airtight container, and I will have marigolds and cosmos for next year. For the cosmos, it's pretty much the same thing. So you pull off the bloom, and the seeds are inside. So I spent a ton of money on marigolds this year, and I'm very excited to not have to do it next year. Rather than pulling these all out, I am clipping them right up against the soil and leaving the roots in the ground. This is going to help add nutrients back into the soil, and that'll be great for next season. Now, you only want to do this for healthy plants. If you have a plant that has any sort of disease, you're going to want to rip the whole thing out. So I cleared out everything in the bed, got rid of the weeds, got rid of all the dead flowers. There's still a couple of things in here that are growing, but I'm going to be planting my garlic in this bed as well. This is what I got. I was very excited to find it. Everywhere online was sold out, so I didn't think I was going to get any, but my local nursery had this. So we're going to get started planting it. First thing you're going to want to do is, of course, break these apart and get all of your cloves out. From what I've been told, you don't want to use the inside cloves, so we'll be eating these ones. You want to make sure you leave all the paper on the cloves as well, and I'm going to be planting these about 3 inches apart. Now that the garlic's planted, I'm going to put some crimson clover just right around here. I've got broccoli, Swiss chard, and radishes, so I'm just going to go around it, and that will wrap up today. That's a wrap on today's garden work and this video. I've got 2 beds done and 15 to go. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a video and we can keep growing together.